You may have come into this video wondering, what the hell is an Ultimate FNAF fan theory? And that is a great question. Do you guys remember that video we released right after Ultimate Custom Night came out? Of course you do! In that video, we asked you all to message us if you found anything new or just had any theories about the game. And boy, did you guys deliver. Never before has the onslaught of messages been so fierce, or so disorganized. In fact, if we do that again, I definitely want to have a singular place for all the theories to go. Specifically, so I don't have to go looking on multiple social media platforms to see everyone's. You see, there was a slight flaw in asking you to message us. Since we didn't exactly specify who to message or where to message, we had theories spread out over Twitter, Facebook, Discord, and all of our DMs. So to look at everyone's theories, I'd need to have access to not just my account, but Mike's, Ryan's, and Tyler's as well. And that's just not very optimal. However, with a little elbow grease and a lot of knowledging, I can safely say that I have read through most of them? It's hard to say because more people message every day and I gotta write a script and whatnot, so some are gonna get left behind. Sorry, but what I have done is taken the highlights and wrapped them all together and made a video out of them, giving all credit where credit is due. Of course. In fact, this entire video is about you guys and what you think. You are all constantly listening to what I have to say, so now it's time to give you guys your time to shine. So the Ultimate FNAF fan theory is not just one, but multiple theories that you guys submitted. The ones that made me go, or just made me laugh. So if that sounds good to you, and you guys are ready to see what everyone else thinks of Ultimate Custom Night, let's begin! First and foremost is Twitter user NitroRevLuz, who messaged us saying, "Love your channel's FNAF video. However, there's one piece of information I think you, as well as the entire FNAF community, may have missed when looking over FNAF Pizzeria Simulator and Ultimate Custom Night as a whole. Now, it's safe to say that Ultimate Custom Night takes place after FNAF 1, as when the game ends, we see that the Fazbear franchise is no longer a corporate entity, which is good and all, but remember the one tiny itty-bitty little detail that FNAF 3 takes place 30 years after Fazbear Entertainment was shut down. On top of that, we still have one animatronic alive, Springtrap. Now, in FNAF Pizzeria Simulator, we supposedly see Springtrap as one of the animatronics we can either salvage or keep. Yet, has anyone noticed how the Springtrap in FNAF Pizzeria Simulator has a different design from the one in 3? His bodysuit is almost completely different from the one in 3, and we all know how much of a stickler Scott is for details. And as for why Baby looks different from how she looks in Sister Location, remember that she was scooped out of her body in Sister Location, meaning that she would have to get a different body somewhere else. Now, if the info above isn't enough to prove that both Springtraps could be different, then why not take a look at the Sister Location Custom Night secret ending, where we see the FNAF 3 Springtrap having survived the fire and trying to talk to his father. He says some stuff like, "They thought I was you," which I could cover my thoughts on in another message. But another very important detail here is that the FNAF 3 Springtrap sounds nothing like Pizzeria Simulator Springtrap.
I knew it was a lie the moment I heard it, obviously.
Again, Scott is a stickler for details, so I doubt it's not important to the lore. Now that was a hell of a message. I hadn't looked at the difference between FNAF 3's Springtrap and FNAF 6's Springtrap, but putting them next to each other, you can easily see the differences. They are the same differences you see in Custom Night between Springtrap and Afton. And what I think we're seeing here isn't necessarily two animatronics, but rather one animatronic's degradation over time. Look at Afton's two front teeth. Notice how they are the same types of teeth Springtrap has. Notice how, while the eyes are different, we have the same eye holes with matching eye sockets. I think we're seeing Afton, who had to continually rebuild his falling apart self-animatronic body with whatever he could get his hands on. But considering his substantial skills with creating animatronics, I think the differences we see are add-ons and replacements between these two. But this is my opinion, and this video is specifically a conversation with you guys. So let me know what you think of NitroRevLuz's theory. Next up, we have a few much smaller ones to take a look at. One of our Twitch stream mods, Captain Tiger Lily, private messaged me with this. Super random FNAF thought. Why does the puppet say that the others are under my protection and you'd better stay out of my way? It's been bugging me. If the protagonist is stuck in a limbo or purgatory, why threaten him? If he can't die, what would the puppet do that the others can't? And what do the others need to be protected from? It's been bugging me, and I can't fit the pieces together. Thought you guys might want to look into it. Now I think this is a great question. Why would the puppet be saying this? I think what we're seeing here are two different things. One, the puppet is saying the others are under her protection because that's always been her role. She's the one that gave them life, remember? And two, you'd better stay out of my way, I believe just means she's ready to kill you. The puppet is a little girl, and if we believe Henry's words on her from FNAF 6,
it's in your nature to protect the innocent.
That's why she's saying the others are under her protection, as well as why she says to stay out of her way. William isn't unkillable, remember. He's being killed over and over in this game. The threats are for revenge. The animatronics don't want to leave him alone. They want to torment him. Next up is Quintavious, who brought up something I'd never noticed and no one else had messaged us. Saw your video about FNAF Ultimate Custom Night, and was looking at some jump scares / voice lines in the game. And I was wondering, why is Toy Chica's bib reflected? Let's Party is backwards. Weird, huh? Now this really surprised me, because I hadn't realized it at all. So I did a bit of digging, and the weird thing is, this isn't an every run thing. I found the video they sent and watched it, then watched through various other runs, including our own. And Chica is generally not flipped like this. It's not the bib that is backwards. Chica has been completely mirrored in this specific video. So I'm a bit stumped as to why this happened. Maybe it's a glitch, maybe it happens with certain animatronic settings. I'm not sure. What do you guys think? Either way, great eye for noticing something that was out of place. On to the next one. BBC's DDLC coverage said, I think that several voice lines in UCN confirm you are playing as William for this game. Yeah, we think so too. Thanks for backing us up on this, and suck it to all the haters. See? People actually do believe us, guys. But let's get down to some newer information. KevDog Productions messaged us saying, Hi Treesicle Team, been a fan for quite a while now. I just wanted to give a few FNAF suggestions like you guys said in the UCN video recently. I would like to think that the cutscene about Golden Freddy shaking, if you want I can send you a link, is when he first came to life as Fredbear's after he was killed or died. Now this I really like. I'm not saying it's necessarily true, and I actually have some further thoughts on this cutscene that I'll be sharing with you on a later date. But obviously, this cutscene is extremely important, right? It's the final scene for the FNAF games, and I think there's multiple ways to interpret this scene. This is one way I hadn't thought of, however. I believe KevDog is saying that he thinks this scene is when Golden Freddy first is joined with Cassidy's soul. And this may be the soul trying to escape, but unable to. So I'm curious what you guys think about this scene. How do you interpret it? Let's move on to Raphael Asbury, who said, let me solve this for you. Whoa there, Raphael, is that a bit of a cocky attitude I hear? Just kidding, buddy. Let's hear what you have to say. You do not play as William Afton. You actually play as Henry. Notice Afton is in the list of characters. This is Scott we're talking about. That is not an oversight. In FNAF Simulator, Henry says they are all trapped there, but the most important part is the fact that he says he will remain as well, meaning he died with everyone else. Plus, we know that he is the original creator of the animatronics, so they are his demons. The secret voices also speak of the one you should not have killed. In FNAF 6, Henry killed everyone by burning them all, including himself. This is an interesting analysis of the game, but not one I completely agree with. I do agree that Henry dies with everyone else at the end of FNAF 6. His lines, I am remaining as well, I am nearby, and this ends for all of us, are pretty damning proof that Henry meant to go down with the ship. However, I can see multiple reasons why we aren't playing as Henry. Many of the voice lines point towards William and away from Henry. Henry's animatronics did not kill either. His animatronics were not demons. William made them into killers, not Henry. And when we're talking about purgatory or an otherworldly plane, I don't see any issues with William experiencing a former version of himself within that plane. Obviously, the rules are different here. Animatronics with the same soul can move at the same time, essentially being in two different places at once. So just because there's an animatronic named Afton, that doesn't rule out William being the player. Overall, a very unique theory. So what did you guys think of all these theories? I actually gathered many more, and if you liked this type of video, I could totally make a part 2. But this is an experiment, so I need to know what you guys think. I really like the idea of displaying the talent and thoughts of the Treesicle community, and we have the platform to get these ideas out to all of you. So if you liked this video, you can let us know in the comments, and we can make more of them. Not just for FNAF, but other franchises too. It's really fun sitting down and going through what you guys come up with, because a lot of your thoughts are so different from where my head is at with this game. So let me know if you want more. If we get a ton of people asking, then maybe we will. And if you haven't seen our streams of Ultimate Custom Night yet, they're out on our second channel, Treesicle, including a 50-20 death compilation featuring yours truly. Oh, I can hit 20 seconds, Jan Bartles. No problem. That's all for me today. I hope you liked the new idea. Bye!